way. And so I'm trying not to do it this way, but I guess it wants to go this way for a live video. Anyway, so hi everybody, this is me, and I'm gonna do some cool sculpting right now, and I'm gonna listen to the radio while we do this. And so pretty much it's a nice day today, but it's pretty toasty. And so pretty much right now, my wife and kids are at the dentist. And so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna do some art, and I'm gonna put like anybody want to talk with me while I do this, because I'm getting ready for next week. And any suggestions when I start, but anybody has suggestions, I'm pretty much gonna I have a couple ideas what I'm gonna do. I thought about making a mask, and but I may not do that now because I don't want to give away all my secrets on live. I would much rather do something that make like a dinosaur or a creature or something like that. So I might just end up doing that. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the radio on and just kind of listen to the radio. Listening to 570. I'm not sure what's on right now.
And click take action.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and start sculpting something. I'm gonna start sculpting. I'm gonna do a dinosaur. Make a dinosaur. All right, let's just go ahead and sculpt dinosaur. I'm turning the radio for a second. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sculpt dinosaur. Now, what dinosaur? Anybody have any preferences as to what dinosaur should I sculpt? Because I mean, I can do one really quickly, and I'm just trying to do as much as I can and get ready for this thing. So, all right. You feel free to send me a chat about which dinosaur I should make. Right now I'm starting the basis of all my creations, and when I do, I start off with a basic structure. And this is the basic structure I start with, right? So this kind of could be the backbone. Well, anyway, so I am thinking of, if you don't give me an idea, I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna make, I've done T-Rexes already. I'm gonna make one of those, Oh, okay, I'll make a long neck. I'm gonna make a long neck. Let's go ahead and make a long neck. Let's do that. So we're gonna make a long neck dinosaur right here. So pretty much this is what we're gonna do on this. Let's see. We're gonna be going to Hester Street Fair coming up soon, and that's gonna be October 28th. And I'm gonna be there teaching. My family and I are gonna be there, and they're gonna be from 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock, or 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And we're gonna be teaching how to do this art that I do. Now, I do masking tape sculpting art, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a long neck dinosaur for you to see. And you're gonna watch me do it because my wife and kids went to the dentist right now, so they're gonna come back, and I hope to get it done before they come back. Right? Let's go ahead and make it really quick. So first and foremost, what I do, I'm just kind of walking through it, and just I don't want to be totally crazy as I do this. I just want to be just calm and collective, listen to the radio. But for the most part, I just want to say that this is a possibility. I can show you guys some cool art as I do this. So I'm gonna do this, and you see I'm just kind of twisting it and making it into something. You have that here, and as I'm twisting it, you have this you have the neck and the body. Right, I bring it further back. Right, I would. Let's see. I'm gonna bring the entire screen back. That way you can see a little bit better. Okay, so that way it's a little bit further back. I have to hold it in this orientation, unfortunately, because they don't. It wants me to orientate it this way. See my messed up card. Right, so here's this, and I'm gonna go ahead, just gonna orient it this way. Let's see. I could probably put it higher. All right, I'm going to try this way. My card. All right, cool. Okay, this way. Let's see this. All right, let's do this. Okay, this is looking much better. Okay, so here. So, all right, so here, this. Right now, I live in lovely New York City, and New York City is pretty much an interesting place to begin with. I've been here for a number of years, since I was about 2 years old. My birthday's coming up in a couple of days, and so I'm really excited about that. Pretty much. I love when my birthday comes around. I usually have good days on my birthday. Not necessarily because of the fact that it's I'm gonna get older and all that, but the fact that I just like the fact that you make it to another birthday. It's just one more year to another birthday, and that's really good. Praise God, So here we go. Just for example, you have the head, and you got the backbone and stuff that as well. So here we go. I'm gonna add some more details to it. I hope the window a little bit is a little too high. So okay, so. A lot of things going on in the world today, huh? Yep. And so pretty much we are praying for everybody. We're just praying for everybody in this world, that everybody will be able to, be benefit and be better than the situation that's currently at hand. No, New York is a lot of things happening in New York. But for the most part, though, I am just excited to be able to make something. And I love art. I've been doing art since I was a kid. I just wanted to, I always fall in love with the Museum of Natural History. That was my place. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to the Museum of Natural History, and I went there. When I was 5 years old, kind of started me off. But ever since then, I was always looking into the art of the Museum of Natural History, and so I thought it'd be kind of cool just to be able to do something. And when I got into sculpting, I started with Legos and with cardboard and all that good stuff. But for the most part, though, see, make the long neck a little longer. So what happens is that, as you're doing stuff, what happens? I was able to just learn the basic structure of stuff, and I got better and better over time. But most likely, what ended up happening that was really good for me was that different mediums. It was, those things that you used to tie the garbage bags, those little wires. I learned how to use with those. I remember making gremlins back in the day. And when I was like 12 years old, I took a gremlin that I made to Dominica. My home country is Dominica, from the island of Dominica. And so what happened was, like, when I was working on this stuff, I made a gremlin, a flying gremlin, and I was really happy to do that. And so ever since then, I've been just making gremlins, but not like a whole bunch of gremlins. But I mean, like, I really got back into when I started making the masking tape art, because what happened was, as I was doing that, I found out that the masking tape, it was like a gentleman by the name of Marcos Makes. If you ever get a chance to look at him up, Marcos Makes Dinosaurs. He's on Instagram. He's also on YouTube and Facebook and stuff. Long story short, he was making dinosaurs. Instead of him going the whole 9 yards with it and just, well, he did it the whole 9 yards with it, but I didn't go the whole 9 yards. What I did was that I started making like dinosaurs. But I didn't stay there. I thought, well, okay. What he did was this, right? He actually made dinosaurs. First, he did the masking tape as the armature. Instead of using the wire, like wired in clay, he used a masking tape. Then he put epoxy, a milliput epoxy clay on top of that. And I told him that his ears would ring, because I always tell everybody about how I learned or how I saw it, because I was a sculptor before that, but I just saw he did that. But I didn't like the whole milliput thing. I didn't like the whole fact that you have all these different chemicals and stuff you had to use. So I made it very simple. Things I was making was very simple, and it was like, the more I worked on it, the more I found that it was like, I could just stay at the tape level. It was like masking tape. Where have you been all my life? So then, and I've already said this, but one thing I found about this was that during the pandemic, right, when everybody, I learned how to do this, and then I asked everybody to give me a challenge. I would ask my friends to write me a challenge, or challenge me somehow, whatever challenge you might have. Just I could make anything family friendly. So what ended up happening was, my friends would they would give me a challenge. So they would challenge me with like build something. So they'd ask me, can I build a dragon? Could I build a movie from Monster from Monster Hunter? Could I build an alien? Could I build a predator? Could I build anything? I said, yeah, to all those I could build anything. So what happened? I would sit down and I would sit there and I would make something, And so the thing is, like, even as I'm sitting here making something now, I'm not really looking at it, as you can see. I'm just kind of like talking. Matter of fact, I could do this blindfolded, but I don't want to do that blindfolded. I don't know. Well, I have done it blindfolded, as a matter of fact. But I'm just saying, like, for me to actually do this, where I could close my eyes and not even look and just do it, because it's kind of like I'm all muscle memory at this point, And so I could just kind of like turn my head and look over there and just kind of do it, because the hands know, Anyway, so whatever happens to this, right? One thing I found about is, like, this actually brought a lot of joy to people. This is one of those things that you'd talk to a stranger and they would be willing to talk with you and willing to, take down their mask even and just be like, hey, you start talking with them, and it was great. So I met people in the park, I met people in the doctor's offices, I met people, because we had to go to chiropractic, because I had gotten injured during the pandemic, and so I had to go to a doctor, I had to get like an x-ray and all that stuff. Long story short, I met a lot of people through this art, and this art has been, I thank God for it. I thank God for the ability to be able to sculpt and to do stuff with it, because you never know where you're going to be able to go, what you're able to do if you are able to do stuff. And this is not complete, okay? This is just preliminaries. Now I'm gonna do some more details for you. Okay, so as I'm talking, I'm gonna go talk with you more and tell you some cool details. So kind of long, I'm gonna make this probably like a diplocaulus, not diplocaulus, but there's they asked me if I was leaving, and I'm like, I'm doing a live video. I mean, it's like, so I don't know what he's doing. So I think he's gonna try and back up into me. I'm about to beep my horn. He's gonna hit me. Yeah, he's gonna. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit my car. I love this car. Just it'd be messed up if you hit my car. And anyway, so okay, so what happens is this, right? Man, you always watch a car accident happen on live, right? So that's something that I'm glad you didn't see that, because glad nothing happened. But obviously I'm parked. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in my car. Okay, and almost like this car almost ran into my car. So I hope you know I used to be a claims adjuster for car insurance, by the way. I want you to know that. And what happens is that if you're a parked car and somebody runs into you, it's 100% their fault. Okay. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, so what happens is this, right? I'm gonna make some long legs for this critter, right? I'm gonna give it some more muscle mass, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and detail it. Okay, so So you're looking at this, and I'm talking to you as I'm looking at this. And those things all spinning, you're watching my hands move at like lightning fast speed, right? So all you see is the blur. All you see is the blur. But I just want to say that, you know, just yeah, definitely. If you guys have any ideas or anything you want me to make, like anything, I mean, family friendly, okay. I ain't making them politicians, okay. I know I made a Bernie back in the day, but you know that was because he's wearing mittens. But I'm not making any more politicians, okay. Everybody's always asking me that. Could you make politicians? I'm like, no, I'm not making any politicians. I'm gonna make good things. Politicians are like they're troublesome. They're very troublesome. Anyway, long story short, yeah. So I am in the process of almost finishing up this dinosaur. But for the most part, though, if you want to write in the chat that a dinosaur or a creature or thing you think you'd like me to see make next, I would love to make something for you to see. Because I mean, I do this like a lot. I enjoy making stuff like really on the spot, and it's pretty cool because you know at first it's like it doesn't look like much, and all of a sudden, poof, it looks like something much, and then it becomes really intense. You know, I mean, I could even make a stegosaurus. No, I'm not gonna make a stegosaurus at this point. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep going. You know what? The other day I had a thing where I actually met a person. Right? I met a person. I have so many videos in the works right now that I'm trying to put together, and I have the Hester Street coming up next week, so I'm really excited about that. So, and that's gonna be a really big thing. So I really encourage you if you want to become part of that, please join us. Hester Street's located by South Street Seaport. It's 89. You get to meet my family and I, and you get to see our artwork. And you get a chance to actually engage in with us, and we get to see some of our cool gremlins and stuff. I don't have any gremlins with me today. I left them all at home because I'm constantly traveling with them, and so definitely. So today I just didn't grab any, so I thought I'd make something on the spot, on the fly, and then incidentally as I'm doing this, it'd be better than just carrying the gremlin you already seen. But so here it goes. So I'm making like I don't know. See, it's starting to come along. You're starting to see the different parts to it, right? And see, it's all a matter of knowing how to roll the tape. It's just a matter of rolling the tape. See, I'm doing this like where I'm moving the tape like back and forth and stuff like that. I'm just kind of moving the whole thing. But for the most part, though, what happens is like I'm just really just I'm just kind of going from memory here. My first dinosaur I saw, I think was the not duckbill platypus, but the anatosaur. It was kind of like a Trachodon or something like that, yeah. And that was the first one my sister ever got me. She got me a dinosaur. I still have one that looked like, I don't have the original one, but I have one at home, and it's a Trachodon, dinosaur. And so the thing is, like, what I find is like it's really kind of a fun dinosaur because it's like a duckbill. It's like a duckbill dinosaur type thing, like Ducky, like but Ducky was more like a Parasaurolophus, Parasaurolophus, and that's what Ducky from Land Before Time. I watched that movie again the other day, and that movie was very traumatic. I was like, you know what? This movie's a trauma movie. Because I mean, like, watching the whole thing happen, and I was like, dang, it's like, fear of missing out. He's trying to get to land, the Land Before Time area, and there you have it, where he's like pretty much trying to, get to the next location, and he's all, I mean, you've seen the story. Those of you who've seen the Land Before Time, it's like that's just messed up. But I didn't watch all the other movies after that. I just couldn't. Okay, maybe one. I think I know my kids like to watch this stuff, but I mean, I was just like, and I'm a dinosaur person. I like dinosaurs a lot, but for the most part, though, it was one of those things where, I don't know, man. Some things are just too much, right? Just too much. But for the most part, though, I'm just like really just happy to do this, and I could do. I mean, once upon a time, what? I can make it a Margosaur. I go from here to being a Margosaurus, but I don't know. I made one for back in the day, right? What I used to do was this. Between my wife she said, Greg, you really should, shouldn't just make it, and just, we should kind of, be wise about it, and this could feed our family and take care of our family, with this, because this is art, and art is really powerful, and it hits people different ways, And so that's one of the things I think is really cool. So definitely, if you guys want to, you can send a super chat if you like. I love those. And if you want to just write a comment, please write a comment. Just let me know let YouTube know that my content is good and people are enjoying what I do. Because I mean, I enjoy what I do, and we've worked really hard to get to where we are. So, yeah, definitely. So anyway, so I have a lot of videos in the works coming up, and trying in the process of just kind of putting it together. So you have this dinosaur here. It's almost like, I could make like a little spikiness to it and all that, but I think I might do it. I made there's a club tail long neck. It's called a Shunosaur. It's S-H-U-N, like Shun Osaurus, and it has like a club on his tail. It's kind of like a Stegosaurus with all the other spikes, So that's kind of one thing there. The other thing too is like you have it where it's like if people are gathering outside my car window. I mean, not looking at what I'm doing, but sometimes they do. For the most part, they love when I give it to them. That's like, here you go. But I find that to be really cool. People just enjoy this stuff. I enjoy it too as well. So I was just saying that a Shunnosaurus is kind of like a dinosaur with a club on the back of its tail. It kind of has a big club on its back, and it swings its tail like a club. You know, that's what I think. You know, because usually whenever they find these bones and these dinosaur stuff, the bones are never connected properly. You know, and also the for example, like a Stegosaurus, right? If I was to make a Stego, right? They say that the Stegosaurus plates, they never find them connected. It's always a thing. So I make Kentrosaurs with the spikes and stuff like that. Kentrosaurs are always fun to make. See, the thing is, like this one here, if I do this right, I can actually have it on the Hester streets. You can actually see this live when I have it. And so usually this is the basis of it when I do anything in terms of the masking tape art. So it's a matter of just kind of bulking it out and giving more details. Now, it's not finished yet, of course, but the thing is, like, it gets to a point where when I start getting detailed, I have to start looking at it because it gets really kind of specific, item specific. For example, like somebody asked me once to make a Negrigante, right? Negrigante from the Monster Hunter series, and the Negrigante, what it is like it's it's one of the elder dragons, you know. And I like this, pretty cool. So it's a dragon because, you know, a real dragon has the 4 legs and the 2 wings to make it a dragon. If your wings are dragons, or for example, you have just 2 legs and you have the wings, then you're a wyvern, right? Just know that you're a wyvern. So if you see like a dragon has 4 legs. But if the wings, for example, like Smog is a wyvern. Okay, he's not like a dragon. He's got wings, and his wings are, you know, his legs. And, you know, anyway, his wings. That's so he's a wyvern. Whereas you have like Draco, I am the last one from the Dragonheart. He is a dragon because he has the 4 legs and he has separate wings. You know, so just so you know, for you Dragantopia people out there, you know, I know my dragons. Yes, I do. You know, so anyway, so yeah, so this is what we're doing, kind of like in the process of just kind of making something cool, and you know, the whole thing of it all. All right, so you have this, and you have this, and you have this. Now I'm just going ahead and spin up the tail a little bit, so you have like a nice little tail right there. So you have like a little twist, and you have the neck. Now I'm going to bulk him up a little because I feel like he's a little too thin on the side, so I'm going to fill him up some more meat and potatoes. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So anyway, so my thing is this, right? I listen to a lot of the guys online, and I really enjoy. One of the people I listen to the most, I like listen to Anomaly. Anomaly is fun to listen to. I mean, sometimes he gets kind of in a rant and he goes around, but I like him because he's he speaks the truth, and pretty much whenever he's kind of talking, he talks to everybody. You know, I like that. I like that because I think he's pretty much a really cool guy. You know. Anyway, so what happens is, like, you know, I look at that. The next thing is, there's some people I listen to. I used to listen to some other people a lot, and I stopped listening to them because they just transform into something else, you know. So I find that, you know what, you got to find your voice when you do YouTube videos. You got to find out who you are as a person, you know. I have a cousin, and he does YouTube videos. He's really good. I'll tell you the name, but pretty much, you know, I just want to keep it incognito because sometimes it's better to let people not know who your cousins are, you know. But for the most part, though, he does a lot of talking to people, and so I got a chance to see him yesterday. So if you're on my Instagram, you might see some pictures. On my Instagram, by the way, is called One Life Must Art. Okay, Instagram is One Life Must Art. I didn't put all my contact information on the bottom, but on my other videos I have it, right? So if you want to find me on my Linktree, if you follow Linktree link, you'll find all my links to all the different things. And so definitely, if you want to, like, you know, support us in any way, you want to ask for a commission, you know, for us to make something for you, because we do commission work. People usually ask us for their pets. Yes, can we make pets? So yeah, I got a chance to see my cousin yesterday, and it was really cool to be able to see him. And let's see, okay, so we have this guy here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make his face a little bit more less ducky and more like, you know, more soda potty. All right. So there it goes. So what happens? So the most part, though, what happens? I'm just really just glad to be able to do this, and I'm just looking for the day when, you know, I have a gallery or something, you know, because I have a nice gallery and have other artists come to the gallery, and we can have a thing where we can sit down and just, you know, have people just, you know, sit down and enjoy. Because, you know, the thing about these things, this thing about art, this is the kind of art, right? My art, I specifically go out of the line, out of the way, just to say that my art is made for touching, for handling, you know. Because what happens is that you go to so many artists and you meet them, and you can't touch their art. They won't let you touch it. And I mean, it's maybe it's, you know, the materials I'm using, maybe it's the time I'm spending with it, maybe it's just a whole bunch, maybe it's just me, I don't know. But for the most part, though, it's like one of those things where I completely enjoy working on an art piece that people can actually touch. Because for years it's always been don't touch it, like Legos, or I was doing 3D animation, like, you know, I don't have my rings on me now, but I do 3D animation. With my 3D animation, I'm able to make animals and people and stuff, but it was all behind the screen. So then when I got a 3D printer, I was like, you know what, I want to make something that's gonna be like, you know, that you can touch, you know, because you can't just touch something and have it like, you know, where it's like on the screen. I mean, you can look at it and say, "Hey, look at this," and it's kind of like that. I mean, that's the one point of it. I mean, I can 3D print it. But when you 3D print it, one, it takes like 8 hours for it to 3D print. Two, it takes a long time for it to. It's also very fragile and stuff like that. You know, whatever you make, and because it's fragile, you don't have the. You're kind of nervous about it because you're not sure if it's gonna last, and so that's one of the things. You know, so when you get down to the part of it where you said, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna like, you know, just make something. And I learned from Marcos Makes. I mean, I just watched him use the masking tape, and I was like, masking tape? Oh my goodness, you know. And when I saw him use masking tape, I never thought to use it, and then boom, here you have it. It's like, you know, oh, my family's back now. So, all right, so my family's back, and I'm gonna have to just kind of finish. All right, so, all right, y'all. I was just doing a live YouTube video stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like end it right now. But I want to thank everybody for watching. This is how far I got in the 20 minutes I was working. You should see what I could do if I had a week or something to do something. But for the most part, I want to thank you all for watching. So my family is back. You know, they're right here. And you know, I'll turn the camera so you can see them. They're right here. Here's my family. It's like, hey, everybody. All right, cool. So they're here back. They just came out from dentist. So I'm gonna go. Just want to thank you all so much for watching. God bless you all. Yeah, if you come to the Hester Street on let's see, on October 28th, which is next Saturday, you'll be able to see me and my family and all the art that we can do with masking tape. Okay, so please definitely come and see us. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and please like and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for everything. All right, so God bless you, and this is what we got in 20 minutes. All right, bye. So God bless you. Bye.